TheRockRag, and I'm here with Heaven and Earth, Stuart Smith and Retta.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly.
Hey guys.
What's up?
We're here. We're going to talk about the album Dig and your tour and all kinds of good stuff. So tell me, guys, what's going on right now? I mean, as far as like tour dates, or are you going out there, or?
We're working on it. We're still trying to sort out the right agent for us, but we've got offers from Europe. I'm leaving for Santiago. I'm talking to a promoter out there that had brought us out when we were sweet to open up the journey. So I'm going to talk to him about us going out in January or whatever else is available, and hopefully Europe this summer, this next year.
Fantastic. So tell me about the making of Dig. I mean, it's a really well put together album musically and solid, and you had a whole bunch of extra special like guests that came on and enjoying with you guys in
Well, not a whole
making.
bunch. We only had two.
Oh, two?
Well, three. There's David Page, who played strings on Don't Know What Love Is, Richie Sambora, who played on Man and Machine, and Howard Leese, who played acoustic and some strings.
Right. Man and Machine. That's you can definitely hear Richie's in that song. That's a great song.
Yeah.
So tell me about the process for like the lyrics and stuff. I mean, you wrote most of the lyrics, and you were instrumental in behind coming up with the concept as far as with the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would come up with a title on any given day. I want to write a song called This. I'm like, okay. And it was he was going through a bunch of stuff. So the first few song suggestions were very dark, and I didn't realize at the time that I was not epitaphing but chronicling his bad times he was going through, because the songs got a little happier as they went. And well, yeah, he came up with a title and concept and riff, and then I would just try to do my thing.
No, you did a great job. Great job
Yeah,
with the lyrics.
I'd give Joe a title, and with something like I Don't Know What Love Is. He was away visiting, I think, his parents in Rochester, and he came back. I'd spent 3 weeks on this music, and came back and said, "All right, Joe, here's the music. It's called I Don't Know What Love Is Anymore." And he just disappeared for like 3 or 4 days. It came out to food.
I don't know what love is. Like, I can't write that. I don't think that. He's like, well, just to your best, go ahead. I'm like, so yeah, I had to just get lost in whatever that meant to feel that.
Yeah, he'd come out for air or food, and I say, "Can I hear what you got?" Yeah, nope.
Not yet.
No.
Not finished with it yet.
No.
That's great. That's great that you guys were able to collaborate like that. I mean, on the music, and that you were able to feel what he was going through and produce it into some really quality lyrics.
Thanks. And then we rehearsed it in the band, put in their 2 cents as far as this or that, or arrangements. So it was fun.
Fantastic. So tell me, where was the archaeology concept with Dig, where to unearthing?
It was Glenn Wexler's idea. Originally, that was a cover that he had for Led Zeppelin. It was going to be a Zeppelin being dug out the ground, and Jimmy Page's art director nixed it, and he told us about it, but never had the record company with a budget to create it, because it was expensive, all the CGI and everything. But the idea is that we're bringing guitar-driven rock back, and it's being dug up. It's been buried for far too long.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that, definitely. That's fantastic, and the way that he did produce the album cover, it's phenomenal. It's great artwork, great music. And so how is it? What do you think about like the music scene today? I mean, because you've got like MP3s and on the compression of the sound, so it's not as high quality as it used to be with like CDs or vinyl. Which you guys now put your album out on vinyl.
We have brought it out on vinyl.
Fantastic. So it's two records on vinyl?
2 records,
wow.
yeah.
Wow, so we got like the whole...
Yeah, this is what I miss about music as well. With CDs it was bad enough, but I mean, with MP3s there's nothing. With this, we've got not only the whole gatefold there, but also we've got the booklet inside, which has all the lyrics and everything else.
So it's like back to the way that it should be. Right?
Yeah, I used to enjoy reading the lyrics with the songs
and reading about
there's
other stuff.
Crank it up and stare.
Yeah.
Memorize every little thing, right?
Yeah. Also, the
My
qualities
mom's
are just amazing. I mean, the fans were writing in, because I don't have a record player, and the fans were writing in saying they got it and it just sounds so much different. And went over to the head of our record company, Bruce Quarto, to his place, and he had a record player, and we played it. And just you're hearing things that you'd never just hear on CDs or MP3s.
Right, it picks up all the little minute that changes and the stuff
Yeah.
that you lose in that compression
Basis
of the
fuller.
digital data. Yeah. So tell me about what is it that, how is it like the industry today that's changed so much as far as like it used to be able, you used to make your money on your record sales, and nowadays it's changed to where you've got a different take on it, where it's touring, licensing, movies, TV, stuff like that, advertising instead. So how does that affect you guys? I mean,
Well, it's a huge difference. I mean, before, back if this was released 20 years ago, we'd have sold over 1 million copies by now. I mean, it's just that people can go and download it. The day after you've released it, it was up on some Russian site for free.
oh wow.
And people just go and do that. They don't view it as stealing. I mean, I had some fan write in and on Facebook and say, "Oh man, your album's great." I said, "Oh, where did you hear it?" He said, "Oh, a friend of mine downloaded it from some site and he burnt me a copy." And I said, "What do you do for a living?" He said, I have this thing in this business. And I said, "So is it all right if I come into your business, avail myself of your services, walk out without paying, and then
Thank you for your work.
and then send you an email thanking you for it?"
Right.
And he said, "Oh, I didn't look at it like that."
You know, that's, I think that it's the thing with society these days anymore is, oh, I didn't look at it like that. It's like there's a common sense aspect to it is like void. It's non-existent anymore. People just don't realize that
No.
hey, you're affecting, I'm putting out my music for you, and hey, it's as beautiful as it is. It's not a gift. I'm pouring in my heart and soul, and this is my work.
Well, that's my job.
Right, and that's my work.
People have that mentality about musicians, though. You can have someone that you use their services, be it a mechanic or something, say, "Hey, I'm having a party. Would you like to play at it?" "Sure." "How much are you going to pay us?" "Oh, you want paying?" "Yeah, it's what I do. Like, you fix my car, I play the guitar."
Right.
It's this mentality. The music industry's, I mean, that's always been there. But the music industry's very screwed up. The only way you can make money now is either touring or licensing. You can't. This is just a calling card now,
Right.
and it costs a lot of money to make this calling card. But that's all it is. But even that's screwed up. I mean, you've got Live Nation, who runs everything, and they're putting the same old package. They're not seeding for the future. They're killing the genre. Because they're not seeding for the future. They're putting the same packages, like you've got Foreigner 6 and Night Ranger. Now, at the end of the day, no disrespect to the Night Guys and Night Ranger, they're a great band. But do you need that extra band with a name on? Because Night Ranger are only going to bring maybe 50 to 100 people that aren't already going to come and see them because they're fans as well of Foreigner and Styx. And it's these same packages, or I mean, it could be Night Ranger headlining and another well-known band on there. But eventually, these guys are going to retire, or the Key Pearson's going to die, and that band won't tour anymore. And what they should be doing at Live Nation is they don't need that extra 50 to 100 that they're going to bring in from an extra name act on the bill. So if they put on there's a lot of bands out there like us that Live Nation won't touch, because they're only there until you don't need them. It's like managers and agents now. Yeah, when you don't need them anymore because you're selling out places, they'll go, "Oh, we really like the band and want to hire you."
Right.
So if Live Nation they need to seek for the future and start putting bands like us on. So by the third tour, we'll be ready to headline and bring in other bands like that.
Right.
But
Which is
not
like
doing it.
is how things used to work, where you would build
Yeah,
up through
yeah.
touring and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
very
and-
short-sighted.
Right. I agree with that. I do. You feel the same way? Your take on it? Any word?
I haven't thought about that really,
No.
but it seems like the same bands are playing every summer, and I think for the people, maybe they like to see somebody new instead of the same tour every year.
Right. So you mean the same
Same bands, yeah.
same
Yeah.
band, same group of bands?
Because whoever they have third on the bill is they're the same genre of bands. It's not like when I was growing up, you'd have anything from Deep Purple, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and the Eagles. I mean, now they try and put 3 bands that are so close together in sound, same sort of genre and everything else. So having that third act that's well known, they're not going to bring any more people in because they're already coming. The fans of them are already coming through the other bands.
Right, they're coming to see. They're coming to see the main headliner.
Yeah.
Tell me, are there any other things that going on for the future? Are you working on any new songs, new stuff, or?
Funny you should mention that.
Yeah, I'm going through all my voice memos on my phone. I have like 500 ideas. It's been very painstaking to go through them all. Of course, most of them are crap, but 1 out of every 20, there's something there.
Yeah.
So I start working on that. And then vice versa with him. He'll give me something or I'll give him something.
Yeah.
Well, living together, because you guys have been living together for the last couple of years, that's probably
Yeah, just to
built
make
a
this
creative...
clear, we cohabit the same place. We're not
Well,
together.
You guys are roommates. You guys
The
are
East
Roommates, right?
That's right.
Roommates.
The West Wing.
2 separate
That's right.
bedrooms. Okay. Yeah, no, so, I mean, but that probably, it creates a creative environment for you
Yeah,
guys
we couldn't have done
to
this
work
album if
together.
we'd have been.
Really? Joe, check this out.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I don't think we could have created what we did if we were living in separate places. Because a lot of originally it started off we just wanted a complete band thing, but then we took a lot of time. I mean, Bruce Corder said, "Look, I don't care how long it takes or how much money it costs, but if you feel you can do better, go in and do it again." And a dangerous thing to say to musicians like us, because we're never satisfied. But we'd go into the studio, and we started off where everyone was throwing in ideas. Joe would record it, and he'd come home, make MP3s, send it around, and everyone listened to it. The next time we got in, we'd all, and we'd do this anything up to about 20 times to a song before we were not prepared to record a
50 for
song.
me.
Yeah,
I rewrote some of those songs so many times.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
and we weren't prepared to actually go in the studio and record it until we felt that it was a real song. There was no last minute changes.
So it was completely solid.
Yeah. But then the touring season happened, and Chuck was away a lot, and Arlen was away, and Bruce was getting a bit like, well, come on, guys. And so Joe and I said, well, look, we've got to write this. So at that point, we sat down and just wrote on our own,
Right.
which is Man and Machine, Don't Know What Love Is Anymore, and what else? Something else. House of Blues.
Good times.
Good Times, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
good
guys
Ch-
had good times.
Chuck had something to do with that. But yeah,
So bringing up Chuck out, is he still working with you guys, or have you guys?
no, we parted ways. It's amicable. I mean, he's a full-time member of Quiet Riot. So,
Right. So it's just like a busy schedule for him. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah. And this is really 100% thing for us. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, this is like your project, your baby, and you're just it's full force for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So tell me, a little bit about your history. Like you are a black belt, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, actually, at the moment, I'm probably, I don't know, about white. I've just started another form of, I've started martial arts, a mixed martial arts, MMA.
Oh, really?
I've started that for the last, 6 months, Joe? Yeah.
So are you going to get Joe in a cage?
He does his own thing.
Yeah.
I do it just for the mental thing, really, more than anything else, the mental thing, but also for the physical fitness.
Right.
So I'm starting on my next belt now.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So tell me, does that so your martial arts because you're also a specialist is it reserve LAPD officer
Yeah.
as well. So what does that mean? I mean, what is that? What do you just think you get called in on emergency things or is
Something
it
like that.
Yeah.
And
how did you get involved in that?
I was just at the local I've been playing the celebrity golf tournament for like 3 years to raise money for the Memorial Foundation, and I put a concert on at the Avalon, which I got Paul Rogers to headline, which was great, and Heaven and Earth opened up, and we made quite a lot of money for the Memorial Foundation, and so my name was flagged with the LAPD, and I was coming out of the local supermarket, and a couple came out, and a big guy and a girl, and 2 guys ran out and identified themselves as store security. And the girl ran, one guy ran after, and the big guy just went bang, started beating the crap out of the security guard.
Oh, wow.
So I ran over and shouted, and he turned around and slung a punch at me. Doing this for a long time. So I sort of hurt him and stopped him, and then borrowed the guy's cuffs and cuffed him.
Wow.
It came to the
Wow.
attention of the LAPD and said, we'd like you to be a reserve. And I said, well, great. They said, we have to cut your hair. I said, can't do that. So they called me back 2 days later and said, well, we'll make you a specialist.
Okay.
So,
So that's where the specialist came in.
don't wear the uniform.
Yeah, so that the haircut stays.
Yeah.
Special haircut.
Yeah.
Specialist.
You are a specialist now because you cut the hair.
I'm a specialist.
Right? Yeah. So tell me, what kind of do you do like more? You don't do martial arts, or do you do any kind of?
No, not anymore.
No, not anymore.
No, I was a gymnast and a wrestler. I stay fit.
Yeah, a gymnast. Wow. I mean, how for competitive or just?
I was high school,
Yeah.
and after post high school,
Yeah.
I just stayed with it, worked out.
I did a lot of ice skating in high school. So
I did
I'm
too.
right there, yeah. Right there with you.
We hike every
That's where I
morning.
got this
Do you?
far.
Oh, from ice skating or ice skateblading?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hike every morning, which is our office. It's the time we actually get to chat.
That's the meeting.
Isn't that
Meeting.
great though? Because you're out there with nature and it just
Yeah.
kind of calms your mind and brings everything into better focus
Yeah.
because you're circulating your blood and making
Yeah.
your brain work, you know? So I think you guys are going to treat us with something a little special. And
Try.
Yeah. We're gonna try. They're gonna do an acoustic song for us. Let's see how it goes. All right.
You're doing harmonies.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad idea.
Hi, Joe Retta here, Stuart Smith from Heaven and Earth. Here's a song off our Dig album called House of Blues. Whoa, yeah. If you're gonna bark in time.
Thanks, you guys.
Cam.
Yes, from a great interview. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Hey, you guys, find the album Dig. Find it on vinyl. If you have a means to play it, get it on vinyl. Phenomenal. You won't want to miss it, man.
Yeah, get a record player.
Right?
Bye, Cam.
So,
Great. Thanks very much.
peace out.